Brad, what are we doing out on the road today?
We are doing some BlueTipz range testing.
All right, let's run through a couple scenarios. So first scenario would be I'm fishing in a portable shelter and I just got a couple tip-ups close by.
Sure, so for 50 yards, we can just use transmitter to phone, Apple or Android.
Is there any way I can buy a little bit more range with just my phone?
Yes, if you can elevate that phone to 6 or 7 feet, you will get up to 750, 800 feet.
What if I want to get even further than that?
Further than that, we're getting into the BlueTipz receiver, so then we'd be going transmitter to like a 4-foot high receiver on a PVC pole with a silicone band. There we're talking 500 yards.
And does the receiver repeat that to your phone?
Absolutely. It'll even pass the name through if you have them named, and it's best to keep that receiver close by home base so it has an easy time transmitting to your phone.
And what do you recommend for a skid house or an ice castle?
Definitely we're talking a receiver there, and you can position that just outside of your permanent structure up at about like 10 feet tall. It works great. It has no problem then passing that signal from transmitter to receiver and then receiver through that permanent wall to your phone.
What if I don't want to use my phone at all?
Sure, then you could just go transmitter to receiver. The receiver will beep, and actually on our website we can link receivers together for you, so the range is really infinite. And your last one could be on you. You'll hear that beeping. That means there's a transmitter up.
All right, Brad, now max me out. How do I get the furthest range out of BlueTipz?
Sure, so height helps anywhere, whether it's a transmitter or the receiver. Transmitter, we're limited by the height of the tip-up flag. But then if you can get that next receiver up at like 4 feet or 10 feet, transmitter to receiver, we're talking about 1,500 feet and that link. Now if we go receiver to receiver, 4 foot, 10 foot, that's when we're talking 2,000 feet in that line there. So, we're talking, you can get upwards of 5,000 feet depending on how many receivers you're using. And then you can also use your phone at the end if you want to know which tip up is up. It'll give you the name.
All right, Brad, now you got to tell me, how high is that corn in central Wisconsin?
Nipple high by the 8th of July.